application for a worker. You submit the application with all necessary requirements. The petition gets approved, and then you can now apply to the US Embassy here for the visa. Now, the application must be submitted within the year of travel and not more than 45 days from the date of the event. So if you have an event in December, this is a good time to apply. You'll get the approval, send your application to the embassy and get a visa date and go to the embassy and prove to the officer at the embassy what you are going for, what your role is, and why you will return. So you can do all this application, and if you are not able to defend yourself at the interview, you can still get denied because the essence is for you to return back to Ghana. So it's a process.
Is this something that you have to do on your own, or
In my own opinion, I think you need to be guided by a professional. It's not just putting any kind of paperwork together. You have to have consultations done. The consultation paperwork alone has detailed requirements. And someone who does not have an experience in it or doesn't understand it or know what to do would not be able to put together adequate documentation. And most likely than not will get denied as a result of lack of documentation.
how do you reach better power?
Yes, you will get confused because you are not sure, right? But if you should hire an attorney, I have license at stake. My license is at stake, right? If I should tell you I'll do something for you and I do not deliver, the possibility of me losing my license and losing my entire establishment is 100%. Because you can easily find me anywhere on Google, everywhere. State Bar of Texas is easy to find me. Even here at the Makola, is Ghana Bar Association. It's very easy to find me. So if you have someone that has something to lose, you have much security. You know, this person will not deceive me. This person will do the job. And also you can check the person's track record, how long the person has been practicing, how many reviews on Google about this person, what kind of work has this person done, um, awards, what kind of awards the person has received. All these things will boost confidence in you, and then you can trust somebody to do it for you. Versus meeting someone on Facebook saying that, oh, I can do a visa for you, and the person doesn't even have an office, or the person doesn't even have anything to lose. When they take your money, they are gone. Where are you going to find them? I cannot vanish.
You can do this.
Correct. Thank you so much.
And then when you put the video go, the stadium of USC, here we go. And I was like, USC, the back up. What's that?
So to begin with, I would congratulate the Black Stars for going through this process and qualifying. That's a good thing for Ghana. And those who are fans who would want to travel to participate can apply for a B1, B2 visitor's visa because all they're doing is participating and touring. And a visiting visa is the best that one can ask for. Now, the downside to it is that interview dates for B1, B2 visiting visa goes far back. So it's my advice that if you would want to do that, you need to apply early. Interview dates are all the way in 2026 already. We're in October. Interview dates are all the way in 2026, February, March, thereabout. So if you want to participate, and the World Cup is going to be in June 11th to June 19th. This is the time to submit applications. Get interview dates quickly scheduled, get all your documents together, and go to the embassy and prove yourself to the officer, the consular officer, and then you get your visa. Then you wait for the day to come and you fly.
Okay, so you know, you, I don't, I don't, I don't say like
Correct. So you need to see me after the show.
that is where
That's right. And there is a kind of visa I can help you to go through to apply for. And then you can do your job as a journalist when you travel and not just a spectator.
where
It's not a challenge. It's a challenge in in the eyes of
the
someone who
nomad,
doesn't know how to go about it. But it's not a challenge at all. It's all paperwork.
oh yeah, somebody and whole lot of people who have the right how to go.
That's right.
Whole
Yes, we're here to help. Definitely. My office is on the Spintex Road, right at the KFC junction.
okay,
Yes, Spintex Road. And then I'm not too good at direction. I believe so. It will be very easy to just Google the law office of Elisa Komadi on Google. It will come up and then you can hit direction and it will take you right to the office.
low
Correct.
one.
Yes.
This is then
That's not always accurate. So, myself and my team, including my spouse, have decided to give back to the community. And so, we offer very free consultations over the phone. So, you can decide on which route you want to go. And once you decide on which route you want to go, then we can take you through what the fees are. If you're able to afford it, we'll help you to go through it. If not, we can guide you through it. So there is never a chance where you will say, I cannot afford to do the right thing, so I'm not going to see an attorney. I'm talking for myself. So once you call the office, you ask for an appointment, we'll give you one and educate you, tell you what you need to do, how you have to go about it, and what the fees are. And then you can decide which route you want to take. We've worked with a lot of Ghanaians in the US and here in Ghana and helped them with visas to travel several times. Some people have visas, some people have green cards, travel to the US, travel from US to Ghana, get stuck here because of health reasons. They are not able to travel back. We help them throughout all those processes. Those who have family members in the US who have been arrested by ICE, we go to court. I do defensive immigration as well. So immigration is affirmative and defensive. So I do both. So I go to immigration court and help people out. I go to the jails, the detention centers, and help people out too. There are a lot of Ghanaians that are in detention centers now as we speak. Some of them have good means to stay, some do not, but they just don't have the idea how to go about it. And so we help all those people as well.
Yes, yeah, we know one of these already in American state.
Yes, definitely. It depends on what you are doing. So this is a very good question, very deep question. I will have to break it down. So the President of the United States of America is not sacking people. He is simply saying, in my own opinion, if you are not legitimately admitted into the United States and you do not have a reason for staying here, go back home. Correct. Yes. Yes. You can do that in your country. Yes, that's your currency. You just don't want it. You have to earn it. So you go through the right process, file the right applications. If you don't qualify for those applications, you go home until you're qualified. Yes, that's correct. I'll give you examples. Let me break it down. You travel to the United States with a visiting visa, and you're given 6 months to stay, and you overstay your 6 months. You start accruing unlawful presence from the day your 6 months expires. At that point, you can be picked up at any time. Correct, because you start accruing unlawful presence. And yes, you go to school, you get a student visa, you get into the US, you don't even attempt to go to the school at all. The school will report to USCIS that you did not show up and your visa will be terminated. You start accruing unlawful presence immediately. So you're unlawful. The reason for which you were admitted, you are not fulfilling it. So you're unlawful. Like I mentioned earlier on, visa only allows you to get to the port of entry. Correct. And you were given 6 months to stay, 2 months, whatever period you were given to stay. That's fine. Within that period, you're okay. Once you wait for that to expire, okay, if you change your mind, there's an application for change of status. There's an application to extend your stay. You can submit an application to extend the 6 months and get another 6 months. Or there's an application for you to change your visa from a visiting visa to any other category within the valid period. So you come as a visitor, you change your mind, you went to the school. Oh wow, this is a beautiful school. I have the money to pay for my fees. Why don't I just stay and go to school? That's perfect. Now the right thing to do is to submit an application to change your status from a visitor to a student. That's from a B1, B2 to a F visa for a student. Now people would not do that. They wouldn't even ask for advice and they'll sit until the 6 months expires. Once the 6 months expires, there's nothing you can do. You become illegal. You start accruing unlawful presence. And at that point, when Trump gets you, you are going home. Expires. That is the best thing to do. So that's getting information from the wrong source. So you should seek information from the expert. You are sick, you have a headache, and your headache is pounding. Would you go to a doctor? Now you have a legal issue. You do not have an idea what the US rules are. Who do you go to? A lawyer. And if you feel that there are law firms that are charging too much, the highest consultation fee I have seen will be about $300. The lowest I've seen is about $100. Find the one that is $100 and let the person give you an advice. There are some that are free. And then you can also find the free appointment. The free appointments are mostly over the phone and they're very short and brief. So if you want to go into details, put some money together, you're able to afford to buy a plane ticket. $100 should not kill you. Once you've stepped foot in the United States, $100 should not kill you. And get advice that's going to save you from that day moving forward. Most of our people, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. That's what's happening to us. They just don't seek advice. They don't ask questions. They only take information from the people they stay with. My uncle is in the US. He's been here 20 years. My uncle has sat on his table, this same chair, with this old computer. and submitted applications for people and it has gone through. That's true. But now we're in 2025. Is it the same? Why would I listen to my uncle all the time? Why wouldn't I just take my uncle's advice as a sign of respect and seek a professional opinion? And then you'll be free. Most of our people have several ways to adjust their status, but for the sake of lack of knowledge.
Oh, yeah. We do that. I didn't know happened already. I mean, I was given 6 months stay that you want me to visa. And here for more than now
There's a solution. There's always a solution to every problem. Every solution is individualized. So it depends on your particular or peculiar situations. There are applications that can be filed by parents, siblings, children. There are employment applications. If you have a fear to return to your country, there's applications for all of that too. And so you have to discuss your situation with an attorney, any immigration attorney, and tell the person your problem, and they will be able to carve out a solution for you. Sometimes you have one option, sometimes you have two options, and then you reason together and choose the best option that will favor you. There's always a solution to every problem except death. And even with death, some pastors are saying there are solutions.
that is impressive. So when it comes to the
That's correct.
ah,
No, because the interview is very interesting. Yeah.
you know, I'm not listening. I'm asking you. If you can sue me.
Oh, yeah, she can't sue you.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, she's answering the question.
Christopher went to
Hmm.
putting TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I think they're practicing for very
Yes.
It's not speak
Uh,
correctly. And what do you think that no, why do you think they are still not making
so somebody went there for 3 months. And she called the uncle, who is a professor here, and they were talking and said, my uncle, that's a man who can decide. She was asking the uncle, who is a lecturer here. And I said, Jack, I said, you understand me? I said, we don't say water, we say water, water. That kind of a thing. So yeah, when people get there sometimes, but those of us who went there at a matured age, we couldn't just get assimilated that easily. So
Lawyer Elisa Humade, you've been practicing in America over a decade and counting.
About a decade. Yes.
How come you maintain this and we don't see you slanging or flaring or talking like somebody,
So it depends on where I am. I'm a proud Ghanaian and I love my Ghanaian accent. So when I'm with my people, I speak like my people. And
You
then
are
when
all-
I'm amongst the
Mhm.
foreigners, I try to mimic. But my husband always tells me that no matter what I do, I can never slang like them.
Like them, that's-
But yeah, I try my best. Sometimes when I go to court and I'm going through cross examination, and then I ask my questions in my accent, the judge will ask me, "Repeat yourself.
Mm.
What did you say?
Mm.
Huh?" That's what they
They
normally
know.
do. And then I'll repeat myself slowly, and then they would understand me. Some judges are okay with how I speak, and I speak clearly, and so they try to understand me. So far, I haven't had any issues with any judge telling me that I will deny your case because I didn't hear you. No way, there's an appeal. So, and most of the documentation is in writing anyway. The argument is already written down and it's recorded.
license. Beautiful. And then I'm where some school you don't know it. So we all be dated.
Well, I feel very proud of myself because of the supports that I have. I have a very unique support system. My husband is very supportive, Eric Kofi Kumadi, very supportive, extremely supportive. I have family members that are very supportive too. My brother, I have two brothers and a sister, my mother, my family, very 100% supportive. So I do not have any restrictions. So all of them push me towards a higher level. And so I don't have anything that will pull me back or restrict me as a female. There's several times where I've been in court with male attorneys and I've said the right thing. And one way or the other, my case will be pushed aside. I'll come home, I'll cry. I've had very terrible times. And then I'll receive encouragement from my family, my husband, encouraging me to move forward. If you feel you are right, appeal this case, move it to a higher court. And then I move forward and I appeal it and I win. So it's just a support staff around me. He's not, he's a businessman.
Anyway, General,
Yes.
listen to Oya.
Mm.
I understand that it's good.
Yeah, everywhere.
Then what do you do? Just go the process. When I'm driving, I see this responsible.
In the first place, no, or can be or say, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. Yeah, it's ignorance. The first thing, ignorance. Yeah, ignorance.
Where people feel they can fix it. Yes, I feel
Yeah, because Martina Holland, na me experience it do a market. Quisication. Oh, Kingston. Ne maame bi ɔmo di nkɔmɔ na ohwɛ the level of hey akosua ɛna yɛse ɛne sɛ o ɛne wuti ase ba me kura me yɛ outsider me tie sɛ ne ɔmo di nkɔmɔ na ɛne information a ɔmo share no Halifax they were sharing information about regulation bi aban ne de ba na the ignorance level of nkɔmɔ no they were just misinforming themselves. From the point of Nudi free say lack of knowledge, and said that is it. And it cuts across the whole world. Maybe a Ghana full share biano, or more information. Hey, you see.
I don't have the moon and the stars.
Halifax, they are the biggest problem. Mako filling station over Bruchiri. Obi buy gas station. Or buy a NOE card. I'm a lawyer. I am this. In case you have this problem, approach me. Say. To me, and me J card me dana say, and me bon komoka credit. I don't need because na me bafi me what am I say? Yenu Ghana for especially those in the legal, there is nothing wrong for them to organize forums, engagements, and now going to churches and talking to the people, educating them.
May I interject?
Yes. Okay.
I disagree with him. I disagree because We do that a lot. The Ghanaians in Texas, where I am, we come together and we educate a lot. The problem is Ghanaians don't want to attend boring programs. That's how they call it, boring program. They don't want to listen.
Oh, okay.
But they prefer new music, a new dance, a new fashion style, something entertaining. One of these Facebook TikTokers and Facebook influencers and skits. Yes, they will watch a skit. You'll scroll through your phone. You see an attorney educating those. They'll scroll and then they'll find likey and watch. So it's us, our attitude, Ghanaians, our attitude. So the fact that you haven't seen any of these programs
doesn't mean it's not there.
Exactly.
They don't exist. Okay. My last point.
When they are doing any of this,
Okay. Alivas, my last point, I'm going to mention. Say, law, but you see, as a filmmaker or somebody playing around the copyright corridors, there is always this Nigerian lawyers, no more bagana, or more by a program, be my title here, within the law, don't say. You see the title? Point is, the attraction. Then you can boring. Maybe, just maybe a presentation style, and what you use to attract them. And so, a bit in the say, in a way, it's also business when you get the clients. In this forum, we are organizing. Would the big cry infuse like some form of entertainment to attract and yes, to bring them, let me say, because at the end of the day, the bottom line is also business. I'll say
you see, when they think
yeah.
Contract a licensed event organizer. You entice them for it, but they go with the law. Article 1 again.
Yeah, but this is Nigeria for now. Title, waiting the law don't see. Hey, yeah, overshare title.
How do we? Is it the dog and the phone on the phone?
Both.
You know what? I'm going to pause it.
Normally, no. I came into contact with somebody in Chicago some time ago. I'm so who lawyer. Or no lawyer no na. I'm say lawyer no request. He said for we bra for birth certificate bra for say bra. But the court not see any way the original the lawyer was requesting the originals of every document. After the book he got angry. He said, me what document I come here lawyer. Hey, my papa was to charge me. Oh, say, after they put the weight back, say, they go and do divorce. You go to this court and go and do this and do this. I need the original. After the book, we have me when you're not coming here, lawyer. You know that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's interesting. But back to Obisa, he had something about the World Cup, for instance. Now, it will be played in Mexico, Canada, and the US. Yeah, so which embassy do I go to? Because we don't know.
It depends on where Ghana will be playing.
Good. Let's say.
Oh, sorry.
So there are 16 cities that are going to be hosting.
Okay.
Canada has 2. I think 3. No, 2.
So what's the Ghanaian?
Toronto and Vancouver, I believe. Okay. And then Mexico has 3 cities. Mexico City and 2 others. Now, you have to decide which of them you want to attend, or if you want to attend all of it. The rest are going to be in the United States. Okay, so the rest are going to be in the United States.
Okay.
So you have to decide which of the games you want to watch. If you want to watch all 3, then we have to apply for visas to all 3.
Okay, and finally, you said your visa from Ghana ends at the point of entry.
That's correct.
Good. So you meet the customs officer.
Yes.
And he gives you something else. What do we call that one? Is that also a visa?
No, it's not. admission and departure record, and it's called a Form I-94.
So when you're
Form
an entry visa,
I-94. It's not a visa.
it's not
a-
entry visa like we call it.
No, it's a record.
Oh.
Entry and departure record. And you can Google it. It's a Form I-94.
Yeah, okay. But we have been
and
calling
it's
it.
free. You can pull it up online. People just don't know. So just Google Form I-94, and then the very first one that comes up, and then you can click on Get Most Recent I-94, and it will tell you the date you entered, your name, the visa type you entered with, which one you were admitted with, and when you have to leave. That's correct. So this is good information for those. Yes. So they just go on Google and just type I-94, I-94, and then the official government website will come up, which will be most of the time is the first one. So you click on that and then you choose Get Most Recent I-94. You do that after you cross the border. Get home, give it a couple of hours, and then you put in your passport information, the passport you used to enter the US, your full name and date of birth, and it will pull it up. And then you know how long you have to stay. That's correct. Perfect. So you click on not apply, don't click on apply I-94. You click on Get Most Recent I-94.
Okay. Counselor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. All right, so I want to ask this from our lawyer. And thank you once again. Welcome.
Thank you.
Otherwise, life is full of being nice and being unnice. Yes, you know, when she entered, I didn't know I know her or she knows me. See how the world is.
Another 10 seconds.
Yes, to finish the 0 seconds. I was shocked, but it's okay. I wanted to ask, if you go to the US, you have a Canadian visa, and you travel to Canada, what happens to this I-95 date that you were given? I think you understand.
No, repeat it.
So this I-95, they gave you
I-94.
I-94, sorry. I-94, maybe they gave you 3 months or 2 weeks. Then you have a visa. So you requested to go to Canada. And you travel to Canada. Also, when you get there, Canada too will give you another date, or they will use the old 94 date.
So Canada and US are different.
Okay.
They're not the same.
All right.
So if you fly from Ghana and you enter the United States, you're given 3 months to stay.
Yes.
And then you fly from the US into Canada, that I-94 is expired. It's cancelled because you've left. You've departed.
Okay.
When you get into Canada, Canada also give you their own, separately from the US.
Okay. So I was given, for example, 2 weeks.
Okay.
And after the musical program, I left to do something in Canada for a church program.
Okay.
So it means that there are 2 weeks is expired. Is that
It depends
US?
on how long
The
you
US 2 weeks is expired.
It depends on how long you stay. Did you stay for 2 weeks or less?
No. Right after the program, I left quickly to Canada to go and do a program.
That's it. It ends there. So when you are returning to the US, you have to go through customs again and seek another admission. Now the customs officer will now give you another 2 weeks or another 3 months.
So how do I know the one from Canada? How many days have been given to again?
So you'll have to check online.
So which the same website?
No, this is for US.
So the Canadian one. So you give us the Canadian one too.
That's correct.
Okay, so it means that the 3 months given or 2 weeks given in the US is not the same thing I'm using after I went to Canada. So once I leave to Canada, the story ends.
You've exited the United States. You've departed.
There are some more when I was from transit to the Caribbean and entered New York, and I was supposed to for 8 hours at the airport. When I stayed 6 months, for 8 hours I left to the Caribbean. I spent 4 days.
Okay.
When I was entering the US, it's a different ballgame.
That's
really
true. That's
true. 8 hours.
Yeah.
So
okay. So that's it.
That's correct. So in this kind of situation, for instance, you get to customs and then you provide your documentation and then they ask you to cross customs and go to the other side. That's when you've been admitted.
Yes.
And then they call you back, ma'am, come, I need to check to see some few things, right? Sometimes they'll pick up your phone and check, go through and see that when you came the previous time, you were working and you've been chatting with an employer saying that, oh, babysitting a Jumano, then time na member. So which means your intention is to work when you go, yet you've been admitted as a visitor with a B1, B2 visa. Immediately you'll get deported. You can get deported at the airport. So deportation means that you've entered, you've been admitted, and you are being sent back. Same place, same area, just that you've crossed one part. So once you are leaving back and they're putting you on the next flight, it's a deportation versus you go to customs. You haven't crossed customs yet. And you tell them that I'm here with a student's visa. The officer asks you, when is your school starting? You said February. So why are you here early? Then you say, because I want to work and make some money before school starts. That is outright dismissal. They will cancel your visa and return you back home because you are not supposed to work. At that point, it's not a deportation.
Well, my last, okay. This is the last one. So my last one is, my last one is this process that lawyer says is not cumbersome. I don't know why we hear it's not cumbersome, but I said this P or the O we are doing for artists. Yes. Is it that we are not getting the right people to help us? And in Ghana, how do we get the right people to help us whilst we are here? Because we understand there should be a collaboration between somebody here and somebody there. By your submission, it's just like once you have someone like your company is here, help us do it.
No.
Do you always need somebody there to help us do the application for a P or an O for an artist here?
Location at this point doesn't matter. I can sit here and do an application or sit in the US and do an application. It depends on where you are submitting it. So with the O or P, you have to submit a petition, and the form is from I-129, petition for alien worker. And that can be submitted to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, which address is in the US. So I can do it here and send it out, or I can do it in the US and mail it out. So it doesn't really, now with this global wealth and this current situation we have, location really doesn't matter for you. As I'm sitting here, I'm working. My office opens at 9 a.m. in Dallas, which is 2 p.m. here. And then I work. I do Zoom calls. I pick up calls. I have court hearing tomorrow, and I'll be there. I'll be on the WebEx for the court hearing. So location doesn't matter nowadays at all.
We'll do the rest after we are offline.
So I'll just encourage everybody to seek advice from a professional. There are several professionals that fees are very reasonable or do not charge a fee at all for a consultation. So for my firm in the US, we have free phone appointments. So you call, book an appointment, and I'll talk to you, or one of our other attorneys will talk to you, and then we'll talk to you for free. At least you get the information, and then you can decide on which route you want to go. If it's possible for you to do it by yourself, how do you want us to help you, to guide you through? Or if you want us to do it for you, we are ready to help you and walk you through the process to get it done. So it's just a phone call away. You just have to call and then ask questions, and that's how come we can help you. So yes, so the law office of Elisa Komade PLLC, and we're on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on TikTok. It's Komade Law Firm, and the website www.ekdnet.law. www.ekdnet.law. Yes, that's the website. Yes, and then we have the TikTok is Law Office Komade, and then Facebook is Komade Law Office, Instagram is Komade Law Office, and our phone numbers is 214. Well, if you are calling from the US, it's 214-997-1758. But if you're calling from Ghana, you can use WhatsApp, download the WhatsApp app, and then save the number +1 214-997-1758. 1758, and then you can call through WhatsApp, or you can also reach me on my Ghana number, which is 0598 932 447, 0598 932 447, and we'll be glad to help you. I'll talk to you for free, and then I can guide you through the process. And this is how we have decided to give back to the community.
Thank you very much, the one and only Lisa Kumba, the S1, senior lawyer, principal attorney, licensed practitioner in Ghana, education. I'm kind of first when I'm sorry, only, huh?
Veteran musician. Thank you.
I'm out of here.
All right, so somebody says fiancee's visa. There was somebody on my TikTok who just asking about fiancee's visa.
Okay.
That okay, so law is here. Says fiancee's visa. What is the process?
Yes. So with the fiancé visa,
Okay.
we'll submit an I-29F.
Okay.
That's an application.
I-29F.
That's correct.
Okay.
We'll submit that application, get the petition approved. We'll submit it in the US, get the petition approved. And then once it gets approved, we'll start consular processing,
Okay.
which is going to the embassy, filling forms, paying the visa fee, scheduling an appointment for you. And then you go to the consular and prove that the person is your fiancé.
Okay. Do you need to marry the person here first?
Fiancé, you don't have to get married. It's a fiancé.
So somebody you are studying to marry.
Correct. But there's a condition.
Okay.
You must prove that once you enter the US, you get married within 90 days.
Okay.
That's a condition for fiancé.
Okay.
Spousal petition is different. Spousal petition, you must come, the spouse must come to Ghana to marry you.
Okay.
And then when they go back, then we submit the form I-130. That's a petition for alien relative.
Okay. And what if you go there and the person marries you there?
So
B1, B2, I get there and I find somebody to marry me. What's the difference?
Well, there's no difference. Once you get married, your spouse can submit an application for you in the US.
Okay.
So the petition, your green card application, your work authorization, your travel documents will all be submitted at once if the person is a US citizen.
Okay.
If the person is a permanent resident or a green card holder, yes, they can submit an application for you, but they can only submit the form I-130.
Okay.
Only the form I-130. And then we'll wait until the priority date is due, and then you submit the rest of your applications.
Okay. So if the person is a citizen,
Mm-hmm.
I entered with a B1, B2. I was given, for example, 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
and we fell in love, we got married.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to return because my visa, I shouldn't stay more.
Mm-hmm.
When I come, the person can still file for me.
Yes, definitely. Once you have not exceeded your duration of stay.
Oh, okay.
If you leave the US, the person can file. Even if you do exceed your duration of stay and you leave, there is a waiver you can file for unlawful presence. I-601A is a waiver for unlawful presence.
Okay, so I come to the US and I get sick.
Mm-hmm.
My time is my date have expired and I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I was seeing a doctor. What happens?
Did you leave?
No.
You stayed in the US?
Yes, I was
your
sick.
spouse can still petition for you. Once you enter the United States and your stay has expired and you are married to a citizen or a US citizen, your US citizen can file for you.
So what if you're not married? That's what the question.
That's where the problem is.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem is. If you've entered the US with a visiting visa and you overstayed,
you overstayed because you are sick.
Exactly. You should have submitted an application to extend the 6 months, and the reason you give to them is because you are sick.
Where do you submit it?
To USCIS.
So I think our challenge is we don't know where to take what. Because even here in Ghana, there are a lot of challenges in trying to get response from the embassy. The embassy here is as if it's a no-go area.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know who to send what, when to receive what. I don't know if you understand.
I understand perfectly. But there's some applications that cannot be submitted with the embassy. Some
Okay.
you have to submit it when you are in the United States because you are there. So you submit it when where you are. You just have to get the right address, the right forms, put the right documents together, and then mail it out. And most of the time, it gets approved.
Okay. I think the challenge you're having, especially with those of us who run events in a place, we're looking at the person just visiting for a show. For example, we're having a 3-year awards coming up on 24th of October. Yes, this weekend, the next weekend coming. And majority of the people that are supposed to go and take award, they go and then they are denied because they need B1, B2. Is it that we're doing something wrong?
If you are just going to take an award, the right thing is a B1, B2. That's correct. But a visa is discretionary. It's not mandatory.
That is the English. The English.
The fact that you paid $185 and gotten your passport picture and filled the form does not mean that you will get approved. And a visa denial cannot be appealed as well. You just have to reapply.
That's a problem because most of the people who are going to take awards are being denied.
Just taking an award without performing, you need a B1, B2 visa. And you have to be able to express yourself very well.
Every day they say travel experience.
It's not always accurate. There are people
why
who do
should
not
go
have...
travel before? Which country should they go to before they come? You understand?
I know.
Well, that's nice speaking to you. So at least I think we should get more of this from your end. You're on TikTok.
Yes.
So the education part, I could link up with you.
Yes.
So because people have a lot of questions, and this is it's not right. I mean, I just broke into her to give us the education. I'm going to bring her on my page. So we're doing both YouTube, Facebook, and then TikTok.
Okay.
So I'll get link up with you, then we do it together.
Yes, definitely. We can do a question and answer session, and all those who have questions can ask questions, and I'll just respond. Those who need help, yes, definitely. Why not?
So I promise all of you that after the 3-year awards, I'll bring Law to settle it for us. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So we'll talk.
Okay, definitely.
All right. So it's been nice. It's been good. It's been fun. I mean, we've learned something today, and all the mistakes we do, we'll correct it so that we can have our business correctly done. I have to see her off camera, so I'll see you back later in the day. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. We'll talk. There are too many things that we have to educate the people.
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya wona fi yare. Yamfa yare nsu nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma, and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support.